Hey everyone, hope you're well. So I had an off day after a very long time, and I thought I should do a little coconut oil massage for my curls and just detangle and untangle some of the experiences I've had moving around in India this time. So of course, as you know, my book tour is coming to an end, and thank you so much to everyone who I saw in person, and I'm glad you enjoyed the book and glad you're gifting it to so many people. The second thing that's coming to an end is the music festival scene in India. And can we just talk about that for a second, right? So whenever I'm here, I try to do a little bit of a round of my favorite big and small festivals. You know, sometimes I announce I'm there, sometimes I announce I'm not there. But I was just, let's do a little bit of an analysis of the music scene and of just like less of the music scene and just more of the culture that's changing in India, right? So I went to a couple of these festivals, and one thing is I was just so proud of the way that Gen Z is showing up these days in terms of just being really unashamed about their body, right? Like people I see between a certain, like that 20s age range, just being so open, fat, thin, curvy, slick, skinny, athletic, doesn't matter. Wearing what they want, not wondering, are my arms looking fat, and is this looking fat, and is my armpit hair shaved or not, like in these, especially in these festival experiences kind of things. So that was like so beautiful that India really is embracing that kind of like unashamed body image kind of thing in this generation. Because growing up, like I was just discussing with a couple of friends, I can't imagine these spaces being available when I was growing up here, and also just being that unashamed about the body growing up. There was so much like judgment around a particular body part and all of that. So kudos, right? The shocking thing was that I still got sexually assaulted at these festivals, even though people know, like, you know, who I am, etc., etc. Some people were drinking and all that. My friends and I and other people, like, we had a rough time just navigating through the crowds. And, you know, of course, it's too much to expect masses to change, and that's not what I'm saying, but just something to also register, I think, in the bucket of things that are not really moving in such a fast direction, and that is public consciousness. It's still very slow. So I was like getting myself a drink and moving through the crowds, and I, the brave heart that I am, I just chose to like dive into the crowd and just move. And there were a couple of men drinking who took that opportunity to just kind of like graze against my breasts and, about to spank my ass. I just moved out of there, couldn't catch them at that exact moment. And these are such common experiences for people. And then I was looking around and asking younger people if they felt the same, and they were like, oh, 100%, even if the ticket cost is 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees, sexual assault like kind of comes hand in hand with spaces like these, which is really kind of a reflection again on why I wrote Unashamed and why I keep talking about sexual shame and why I offer these conscious sexuality spaces, is because, man, the level of trauma for us, collective trauma in terms of sexuality as the land of the Kama Sutra, as the land of sex positivity and sexuality as studies, is just so intense. My gosh, how many women tell me that they cannot still feel safe with their safest partner because their body just starts trembling. They feel like their boyfriend is equal. The touch of their boyfriend is just like the touch of this assault, the person who assaulted them. Women go to these festivals with really lovely and safe men. Sorry, I should just keep like detangling my hair because I have to go to a meeting. But this keeps happening, and people are still feeling like, sure, sex positivity is great and all that, but we still have no public concepts, or at least it's coming up very slowly, what sexual maturity is, right? That at least in this section of people who have that much access to body positivity and these conversations around sexual shame, at least there should be some awareness about the way that specifically men handle their bodies. And it is just such a shape-shifting time right now for Indians. Like, on one hand, we have this unashamed movement, people just being themselves and people opening up to all these casual experiences and intense experiences around sex and sex positivity. How many people come up to me at festivals and start telling me rape stories, but also stories of open relationships and all this, right? Not expensive festivals necessarily, smaller festivals as well, just anywhere in public. And then there's this totally other side of us which is so repressed, and it comes out in these nasty ways, and you just are like, wow, it's like a crossroads. It's like a badly designed puzzle that just doesn't fit. Yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys in Hyderabad as my last city, and then we'll end the India book tour for a while, and we'll do events later on in 2025, and then I'll see you in other countries. Bye.